Hi, this is Aditya Marfatia. I'm a director of Electrolab, and we are pharmaceutical R&D and QC equipment manufacturing company. We've been established in 1984, and we have enjoyed a really good share in the market, in the Indian and the international market. We were looking to expand through inorganic acquisitions, and I was asking around my friends and other business associates if they know any good mergers and acquisition and investment bankers, and that's when I came across the company called Acumen. And after talking to several of the investment bankers, I found that Vaibhav and his team at Acumen were kind of grounded in our approach. They understood what an MSME needs and gets, and more importantly, what we don't know, what we should know, and also what our other company that we were buying, what shortcomings they could have. They kind of got us. That gave us comfort. We didn't have to go to the big four and be wowed by a fancy slide deck, but it was important to just get us in terms of our culture, our ethos, and why we were doing what we were doing. What differentiated Acumen from the others, we found them to be partners in the whole process. They did not treat themselves as a separate team. The entire team came about. They were like hand-holding us in terms of what was important to get the deal done, even telling us where we probably need to recalibrate our expectations, as well as holding hands with the sellers to ensure that got onto one page to make sense, do what's right, not just buyers, but even for the sellers. So that level of comfort that they established between both the teams, it was, you could say that they represented both of us just to get the acquisition and the merger done. We got them involved fairly early on in the process, right from the initial valuation, the term sheet, because we've never done this before. The sellers had not done this before. We had no idea what I's to dot and T's to cross. They held us, walked us through the process, managed our expectations, and it was all done in a lucid manner without complicating things in a financial jargon which would lose both of us. We wanted to be a simple deal. We wanted to be a straightforward deal, although all deals are complicated when it goes on to the nitty-gritties. But they held us together and got the deal done. They helped us also a lot with the financial and the tax due diligence. They caught things, to be honest, which I had not even thought of. They caught things and they informed us about risks that we need to be aware of, what we need to do with those risks. They even benchmarked it that other companies, similar space, similar turnover levels, have gaps and how those gaps are overcome. So that was extremely useful in the deal negotiations and closing. More importantly, even though the first tranche was completed, they even helped us very quickly move to the second tranche, and they've held our hands to ensure that we see the whole thing through. They were critical in identifying legal counsel, walking us through the definitive agreements. There is the shareholder agreement, the share purchase agreements. They basically became a one point of contact for all the documentation and all the closing activities. That was true in a way from the buyer and the seller side. It just shows that how they have won the confidence of both the teams, which was very comforting too. They also helped in understanding and couching unrealistic expectations from either the buyer or the seller to ensure that we stayed grounded. And I feel that single most thing was somebody whom we had not known a long time ago I would say very comfortably that if tomorrow when I'm going in for a next inorganic growth acquisition, I would certainly use Vaibhav and Acumen and the entire team over there again. I can't wait to have my next working arrangement with them. So I'm looking forward to it and wish you all the best. Thank you.